Welcome to this new poem. It's called The Path of Time. Made 8/26/23 in the early morning after work on 8/25. Walking down the path of time, crossing over and through cascading Everglades, heading up into the unknown mountain. Sweet innocence and valor, with curiosity like a cat he went. Thoughts racing to what lies ahead evermore. Houses turned to forest trees, with just a blink of an eye, passing through the cascading Everglades. Sounds of nature all around him this day, hearing the songs of 1,000 years of time, as he hears the birds chitter chatter, as others chatter and chitter to each other. Wolves howl in the distance as bears splisher splasher and smash and clash the waters of the rivers, racing further down this path he took. No direction, no plan, with no map to guide him on his way. Never knowing where he was headed or what lied ahead. Far up the path, all alone with no one else in sight. No one holding him back. No one telling him he won't be safe. He won't make it back alive. Yet at once, in a lifetime moment, he arose and took flight with all of his might, full of delight. They won't miss me, I'll be okay, he said, before he left them, all as they laid to rest. The day slowly turning to the dusk of twilight's hue. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, and merry, and not wary, he traveled on his path, on his way. Yet he comes ever so higher on the path, alone, with not any protection or a dog. Only led by an unknown calling to leave, a longing to go on further, and never looking back at those naysayers of the past times of old. A calling that he felt within, a secret voice calling him to the sounds of nature with each step. In a time, on the path, came to be a massive boulder or a stone, yet it started like a pebble that kept getting bigger and bigger over time. Intrigued with imagination, how big it really was, as he walks closer and closer. The rock becomes so big and so high and so wide, as if as large as a 2-story house. So out of place it was in the forest, full of trees, that this rock was there. Walking halfway past the rock, he stops and wonders and ponders. Where, what, why, how, and when this rock became there. Yet after a time passes by like a shadow across the rock, as if dancing a ballet, as it reflects a shimmer and shammer of a foreshadowing rays of light passing by. Slithering and slavering and swaying and slaying like the aurora with the aurora borealis in front of him. hypnotizing him as he stood there. Yet, suddenly, as he stood, came a strange sound from behind. A sound of a thumpity thump, like two pine cones falling off a tree somewhere. So then he turned around, as the sound seemed closer, ever so far ahead of him and behind him, and echoing in his ears. Foreshadowed in the light and darkness and glowing golden brown, was standing before him, on all four paws. This breathtaking female mountain lion, 10 to 15 feet away. With no fear or any negative thoughts or emotions, and full of awe, he stood and gazed at the beauty. Tunnel vision came over him as he gazed into her eyes, as if hypnotized, yet not feeling, drowned more into her and drawn more into her with every moment that passes by. As time passes by, ever so close she gets to him. As he stands before him, as she comes closer, he becomes ever more drawn to her with no fear and never running away scared. With each step, she comes like a blur as time passes ever so close and ever faster. She starts to come towards him, and then suddenly, from 5 feet away from him, she leaps into the air towards him. Flying through the air, she is transforming into a naked woman. Yet she is shrouded in darkness and full of light, blinding him as she gets closer to him. Flying into him, they embrace as she tackles him to the ground with no pain and falling in slow motion to the ground backwards he fell. So now they embrace. He becomes full of her light as she takes a bite of delight of his neck, taking away the night and bringing him into a new light and life. Together they rue the path of love and light, all through the time and space. The end. Thank you for listening to this encounter poem story, which is actually a true story that happened. And how it really ended is different, but it's a little bit longer. But that ending is a good ending for that adventure poem. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Like and subscribe and share. Thank you.